Hi, it's Martin and welcome to another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. Today's video is a yarn show with a difference. I am off to the Wonderwool Festival, which takes place in Wales. This is the first time the show has been back in person since before the pandemic began. And it's Wales's biggest yarn show. It's a really big show. I've been once or twice. I still can't work out whether it's once or twice, but I've definitely been before. But this year is definitely with a difference because I'm going to be volunteering, working, exhibiting with the lovely ladies of Ammonite Yarns and Woolly Wumpkins. So Ammonite Yarns is my local yarn shop. If you've been here for a while, there has been a separate video all about Ammonite Yarns. Hop back and find that video if you want to know more about them. And together, Ammonite Yarns have a stall with Michelle from Woolly Wumpkins. Michelle is an indie dyer who does some glorious 4-ply and hand-dyed yarn. More than 4-ply. You'll see later in the video, there's an amazing array of colours in Michelle's yarn. And they've asked me to help out for the weekend. So, I'm not a yarn shop owner, but I will be a yarn shop worker for this weekend, which is super exciting. So I'm really thankful that I was asked to go along. So today is Friday the 22nd, looking at my watch, Friday the 22nd of April, and the show is taking place tomorrow, and so Saturday and Sunday. Today, Friday, all the exhibitors turn up from 11 o'clock and we get to load in, set the stalls up, unpack all the yarn, make everything look really fab and pretty before the show starts tomorrow. So, of course, this was a great opportunity for a blog, a video, a podcast, and something slightly different because we've had a few yarn show videos where I just walk around and show you all the vendors, sellers. It's very early in the morning. It's 8:15. I've got to be at the yarn shop by 9. So I've had 1 cup of coffee, so I'm not fully with it. So get to see, usually get to see all the vendors and all the people selling their wares, and then you get to see what I buy. But this weekend, you'll hopefully get to see some of the vendors and lots of the woolly goodness that happens at the show, but also a bit of behind the scenes about how we set the show up. I've spoken to Ruth and Jenny, the owners of the shop. They are very happy for me to do a bit of a blog. They might make a special appearance. I've got a few bits packed there, including my jumper. I don't know which order these videos are going to go up in. So if you are watching this video and there hasn't been my steeking video, that will be coming. If you have watched the steeking video, because that made it up before this one did, this is the project that we're going to steek. So that's my show cardigan that I want to finish tonight, hopefully, if we're not all too tired after the load-in. So I've got all my bits. My suitcase is in the hallway. Mark has got a free weekend. He's very much looking forward to me not being here Friday, Saturday and Sunday. He gets a very peaceful weekend. No noise at all. So I thought I would take you with me. So as I said, just after 8 o'clock on Friday morning, I'm going to head to the shop. We're going to load the van and then we're going to head to Wales. Jenny has gone on ahead to be there for 11 o'clock to get all of our passes and all of that kind of stuff. We're going to load and hopefully be on our way by 10:30, 11:15. We'll probably be there just after or maybe just before lunch. I don't know how long it is from Cardiff. Hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I don't really know. You can tell how this vlog is going to go. But yeah, I'm super excited to be on the other side of the show and doing some work and selling some yarn, which is, yeah, you know, I am fibre crazy. I love my knitting, I love my crochet. So it's going to be super exciting to get to talk to lots of people and talk about the products that Ammonite sell and Michelle sells, of course. So I'm not going to get anywhere if I keep talking to you. So, short introduction, and now, let's go. Welcome to Wales. It is now 1 o'clock. We have arrived. Yeah, so we're going to unpack and start to load in, which I'm very excited about. Stacking all the wool. Everyone's here. Michelle's here. Ruth has just arrived. Jenny was first here. So let's go and build a stand. Might need a cup of tea and a quick trip to the little boys' room first. Then we can build a stand. Right. Everybody wave!
Not my hand.
Michelle, wave! Michelle is a lot further advanced. But I'm told, look, this is the behind the scenes stuff that you're here for. There's a schematic. There's a schematic. So, we're having tea. And then when we finish the tea, we're going to build. It's exciting. We are done. Say hi to Sandra. I'll spin you around and I'll show you the stall. Breakfast is done. Good morning.
Howdy.
I've got my coffee. I've got my shawl, my cardie. I'm going to get run over. Yeah. Let's go and hit Wonderwool. We are here. Setting up. I have self-appointed myself a task. Self-appointed myself? Yes. I've given myself a task to titivate the yarns and make sure all the labels are facing forward. because where we loaded in yesterday, we stacked all the yarn. So this is all the Zandra Rhodes 4-ply, but where we put it all in, we had them all lined up. So I'm doing labels facing forwards and standing up. So I've done this one, so I just need to do this. See, that one's not facing forward. Oh, and it's upside down. So we turn that up, turn that up. I'm merchandising, don't you know? Love it. Okay. 10 to 10. Show opens in 10 minutes. I'm nipping to the little boys' room. You don't need to know that, but you probably kind of do, because this is the behind the scenes. Exhibitors need to use facilities. I've got my name badge. I've got a pinny on. I've got my knitting in my pinny and I've been standing up knitting. But I'm coming. Apparently we can see the queue. There they are. There's a lot of people already. Exciting. Right, let's go. Hello. Oh, let Matt stand. I have a project bag made for me. Specially. Thank you so much. Oh, I don't know your name.
Sandra.
Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. Look.
Hello.
Hi, this is Jan. And Jan's got more orange flowers. Where did you fly from?
New Hampshire. I flew out of Boston.
All the way from America for Wonderwool.
To see Martin.
To see me, just to see me.
To meet Martin.
Fans from America.
I hope you polish your hair for me.
We will.
Okay.
I can't now, I've got coffee. Thank you for coming. This is Jan.
Hiya.
And Jan is a spinning teacher.
I am.
Do I need another hobby?
Oh, he does.
Do I?
Oh, definitely. Absolutely.
Is this going to become
Come with me and I will lead you down.
Mark, this is Jan's fault.
Mark, you must let him learn to spin. Seriously. It's so much fun.
This could become a spinning channel in the future. Maybe.
Why not? Andrew
Right.
and Maori can do it.
Oh.
Why can't we?
Right, you are a bad influence.
I'm sorry.
Right, we'll see.
Bye.
Have more items than models, so if there's to model something else, feel free.
It is 2:45.
It is. Definitely.
And there's a thing here called the sheep walk, when exhibitors turn into sheep, go and basically catwalk and show off their wares. So Ruth has kindly volunteered Marilyn and I to sheep walk. So we're taking blankets and cushions. So maybe Ruth will film while I'm catwalking. Anyone for Vogue? It won't be voguing. Watch this space.
It's surprising it doesn't follow.
Always YouTubing.
And next up for Ammonite Yarns. So we've got Ruth representing Ammonite Yarns, and this is the Ebb Tide skirt. It's a bias knit skirt in woolly wompkins merino sock weight. It's inspired by the ripples in the sand left when the tide goes out. It's knit flat with short, easy rows, and it is available in a wide range of sizes and colours. So you can find them all to stand U8. And next we have Martin and Marilyn. So Martin first, from Ammonite Yarns, better known for his blog, Knit365, is wearing a heritage shawl designed by Michelle of Woolly Wompkins in her calyptical, I'm glad you said that one for me, calyptical colourway. It's a triangular easy knit shawl. And next up, and we're doing the cushion as well. And they are each carrying one of the Carnarvon cushions, new for Wonderwool, and it's inspired by traditional Welsh blankets, and the yarn and pattern are available on stand U8. That's Ammonite Yarns and Woolly Wompkins. Next we have Marilyn, and she has the Sea to Land crochet blanket in an Atlantic version, and it is designed by Giselle. See, this is how you work a sheep walk. Someone has to steal the show. Excellent, thank you. I was kind of hoping they would break out and start having a little bit of a pillow fight, but I guess it's not that kind of show.
So, 6 o'clock. We are restocking. Yarn show finished half an hour ago. We've been replenishing. We've restocked. We've moved stuff around for the day. I am absolutely exhausted. I've had a brilliant day. It's been so much fun chatting to so many people. I've had lots of compliments on my cardi. I've met lots of people, as you've seen. But I'm absolutely pooped. I don't know how people do this all the time, and I've got to do it again tomorrow. So we are going to the pub for some food. And yeah, I might be back in a bit. If not, I'll be back tomorrow. Pooped! I left my name badge in the car, so I'm walking back to get it. I've taken my scarf off, and I'm now a bit chilly. You might be able to hear the wind, although it's lovely blue sky. So, I think when we get back, while the hall is empty, because it's about 9:30, Sunday morning, I was going to say Friday morning, no. Sunday morning, losing my cardi. Let's go and have a wander and look at some exhibitors before the general public arrive. Let's go. Good morning.
I'm so excited to meet Martin. I'm Fiona from Kinsey Kitchen Fibres.
We're going to go back and have a look. I can't work this camera. It's
Oh,
new, and
is
it's
it?
all the gear, no idea.
Yeah,
We're going to go and find Cozy Kitchen in a bit.
excellent.
But lovely to meet you.
Yeah, looks really
Thank you. We're back at the Wool Walk. Behind the scenes. I'm here with Sarah, and look! Right, Sarah, tell me what these are.
Tatted stitch markers.
Look how tiny. I can't even comprehend how little these are. How long do they take you to make?
An hour or two each.
I might have a new hobby. I've already got one of these videos when I'm saying I'm going to learn spinning. Thank you so much. That is such a lovely gift. Thank you. The show is finished. It's 4:30 on Sunday, and now we have to pack it down. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. How long do you reckon this is going to take?
Hopefully less than an hour.
Less than an hour.
But possibly two.
Right, I'll be back at 5:30, and we'll see how. We'll check in at 5:30 and see how we're doing. Okay, it's not quite 5:30. It's 5:37, and it's nearly down. There's a bit of rubbish on the floor. But yeah, we are exhausted, and we've emptied, but we've made a mess somewhere else because all the boxes are in the car. So we've basically moved everything from there to there so that it's all packed up so that we can then go and get the car and then work out what's going in the car. And Zandra Rhodes, I can't do this in reverse. Zandra Rhodes has scared me too many times this weekend. Every time she was making me jump because I think there's someone on the stall watching me. And she's not very talkative, and she didn't sell any yarn. But there we are. I feel a bit delirious now. I'm a little bit exhausted. Right, I don't know what's coming next. Right, it's now 6:30.
We're almost there.
So it's taken us an hour to go from here. It was there, Zandra was popping the wall up, So it's taken us an hour to go from there to the car. It's been bonkers. And even though we sold lots and lots of stock, we somehow couldn't get it all in the car.
We've still got more than 3 carloads of stuff.
I have no idea. I know, hell. But I think we're nearly ready to leave. I am pooped. But exciting, I get to go and pick Loki up. Loki's coming to sleep for the week. Exciting. I don't know if there'll be any more video now, or you might just see me sitting on the floor in the flat talking about all the things I bought. I was very, very good, I promise. I do have things to show you, but I was very, very good. So, yeah, it'll probably now be me sitting on the floor. Because by the time I get home, 8 o'clock in Cardiff, I reckon. It's 6:30 now. 8 p.m. in Cardiff.
Yeah, if not a little bit before,
Yeah.
but let's say an hour and a quarter.
8
to my
p.m. for
house.
Giselle.
Yeah.
8:15 to my aunt's for Loki. I'll be home by 8:30. 8:45.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Right, let's go. Say good morning. You gonna say good morning? Oh, you're just the goodest little boy, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Right, do you want to go? Go on then. Oh. Yes. Good morning. Loki's here. Loki belongs to my middle brother. I have 2 brothers, as you know. So Loki belongs with niece 2 and nephew 1. And they were away for the week, so we have him staying. Yeah, it's not very early. It's like 8 o'clock. I am working today, but I'm working from home. But I'm going to take 10 minutes to just come around. Mark's gone to work. He's away with work now for 2 days, so I'm going to have 2 quiet days in the house. I have some coffee. Spoiler, this is my 3rd coffee. I feel exhausted. Most of my body aches, which is all the standing, and weirdly even my eyeballs ache. I think I've overworn my contact lenses, but I'm absolutely not moaning because I've had the best weekend, and I'm so grateful to Ruth, Jenny and Michelle for asking me to go along and help out. And it is a whole different experience. Like, you go to a yarn show and you look at some stalls, you sit down, have a cup of coffee, you look at some stalls, you might have another coffee, you might meet a friend, chat to someone, you might have lunch. There's lots of breaks, whereas on the other side of the stand, you get breaks, but you obviously have your breaks when the crowds allow, because, you know, we're there to sell yarn, which is the most important bit. And if there's lots of people that want to talk to you about the things that you're selling, you know, you're not going to get a break. I remember on Saturday, I looked at my watch, I was like, it's 2:10. You know, it was just all a bit mad. The time just flew by. But yeah, I'm a very happy little podcaster today because I've had just the best time. So I've got a few things to chat to you about to wrap this up. But yeah, it's been so much fun. And if you ever get an opportunity to either work or volunteer at a yarn show, yeah, it's a big thumbs up from me. I would absolutely recommend it. People are super generous, and I love the little community that we are building here. You saw some of the videos where people came on the stand and were chatting, and it was lovely. And I've said this in a few of my other yarn show videos. It's still a little weird being spotted. Like, oh my God, you're Martin off YouTube. I'm like, yeah, I am. And I get a bit shy because I sit down in front of you and I appear quite outgoing and gobby, but I'm actually quite a quiet, shy person. God, I look rough this morning, don't I? But I really, really enjoy meeting people in person and chatting to you all. And it's so lovely. So thank you very much for everyone that stopped by just to say hello. Those that stopped by and we had photographs, and I've been tagged in a few on Instagram. Those who stopped by and I was like, do you want to be in a video? And I managed to get on camera. So yeah, thank you very much for stopping. I have really appreciated meeting you all. Some of the things that I was so kindly gifted. So you saw Sandra made me a project bag, which is just so super cute. I love this fabric and a lovely little drawstring and a little hand sewn heart which is just amazing. Pocket hug. So thank you very much, Sandra. And if you saw my March wrap-up video, I think it is, I talked about the So Optimist campaign against domestic violence. That I asked if anybody in this community would like to make some orange flowers, felted, knitted, crochet, any form of craft. And Sandra very kindly bought me this project bag, but also made a bag of orange flowers, which is super generous. So Jenny, who runs, one of the ladies who runs the shop, and also Giselle, who is the crochet tutor with us for the weekend, they're both part of the So Optimist campaign. So it was really lovely to be able to introduce Sandra to them and hand the flowers over. And also Jan, now I'm going to say that Jan flew in from the US just to come and meet me at Wonderwool, but I'm sure Jan had a holiday to the UK planned. But yeah, Jan flew in from Boston, as you saw, and also bought some flowers, which was just super generous and very well organised, knowing, Jan, that you were coming, and managed to make the flowers in time. So thank you both so much for your flower donations, and to Sandra for the bag. You saw Sarah and the tatting that she mentioned. Now, even if I lift my glasses off and I look at these really up close, I still struggle to make out how small and fine the detail is. Like I said to Sarah, this was Sunday, that these just blow my little mind. So this is not likely to show up on the camera. My camera is not going to be that good at the detailing. But these are stitch markers that Sarah has made for me. And tatting, as Sarah was explaining, is basically knot work. So where you can see the green here, these are basically individual knots, and the same with the motif in the center. So for stitch markers, they're just perfect because they're not gonna snag on anything. But like, I've got quite big hands, and if you can see, I don't know if you can see how thin that piece of cord is on the bottom in the red and the white. That's the thickness of the cord. And Sarah had a tatting tool that was almost like a little crochet hook. But I don't know, like that's not even, it wasn't even a 0.5 crochet hook. It was the teeniest, tiniest crochet hook. Like, look, you can barely make out that single strand. So Sarah, hats off to you for introducing me to tatting. Thank you so much. And for making me these lovely stitch markers. Such a generous little gift of your time to make them for me. Thank you so much. So I met Sarah and her husband, who were in Wales for the weekend. So that was really lovely. Thank you very much. And then I didn't get her on camera, but a lovely lady called Jeanette. Now, Jeanette had actually messaged me a couple of weeks ago. Jeanette's been doing a bit of a de-stash, and Jeanette said that she'd found some Toft things and would I like them? And I said, yeah, you know I love Toft. Well, Jeanette turned up, and with the things that she had, so I have some 2 little badges made by me and made in the UK. So original Toft badges, but also I've got a Toft pattern book, the British Alpaca story. So this was when Toft originally started as an alpaca company before they moved into the crochet. And this was 2006. And a very young looking Kerry Lord there. So I messaged Kerry and I said what Jeanette had bought. And she said, they are super rare. You're very lucky. So there are patterns in here for projects, which is brilliant. And a lot more. This was when they were a wool company, an alpaca company, but making woolen products. I don't know. Is alpaca wool? You know what I mean. But they were making product. They weren't a crochet company making Ed's Menagerie at that point. So this whole book is just a pattern book. But coming with this was an original Toft giant button. Now, in the 15th anniversary that's just happened last year for Toft, they re-released the giant button, and they re-released this bag pattern, which I've seen in here. Bear with. It's a felted bag. So you make the bag and then you felt it and then you sew this giant button on. So Toft re-released that pattern for the 15th anniversary and re-released a version of the giant button. But this has got Toft engraved on it and it's got mahogany on the back. And this is an original Toft giant button. So I said to Jeanette, it is a super generous gift, but also, you know, my love of Toft. So to be able to own almost an original piece from Toft that's, you know, it's 15 years old, but it's part of their heritage, because they don't make, you know, they still design knitting and crochet patterns, but, you know, a huge part of the business is the Ed's Animals, Ed's Dolls, is the crochet. So to have an original piece from when they were a knitting focused company is really, really lovely. So thank you very much to Jeanette. So yeah, people were so generous and kind. And yeah, I just had the best time. I'm going to quickly rattle through the things that let me talk quickly about, I started a new project. Of course I did, because I realised that all of the things on my works in progress list were actually projects that didn't use wool that you can buy from Ammonite Yarns. So as I was working on the stand, I wanted something that was from Ammonite. So I've made Noah's baby blanket, you've seen that. And then what I've done is I've grabbed a bag of leftovers in blues and greys. I've added a few other bits to it, like that's some sock yarn, that's a hand dyed. So I've added a few bits to it, and I'm gonna make a Penguino jacket for Noah, which is a scrappy jacket by Stephen West. It's quite a boxy jacket, go and check it out. There's a Penguino, which is the adult version, and then there's a Penguino, which is a baby version, but it's a scrappy project. So this is the back. It's got welted panels on the side, and then it'll have a sleeve, and then it's a wraparound cardigan with a shawl neck. So you'll see this in upcoming videos, but I wanted something small, but also, as I said, that was Ammonite friendly. So this was all wool that I bought from Ammonite Yarns. So I kind of stood on the stall, I had my ball of wool in my apron, and I stood there and did some knitting while I was chatting to people. So I did start a new project. So we'll declare that in the works in progress in the next video. Wool that I bought, I was so restrained, and you will be very proud of me now. You know, I'm doing my 12 birds project for Toft. I needed to top up my stash for the 12 birds project. So I bought a ball of silver and a ball of yellow, and I bought 2 balls of black because I've got some charcoal, but I don't have any actual black, and some of the birds have black in them. So I bought those. But that wasn't an impulse purchase, that was an essential purchase in order for me to finish my bird project. And then I only bought 1 skein of yarn. Are you all proud of me? I kind of feel like that needs a polish the halo moment. But yeah, I only bought 1 skein of yarn, and the stall opposite Ammonites was all wool that ends wool. There's the label on the yarn. And there was a box of sock yarn, and they just kept kind of calling to me throughout the weekend. So that's the logo of the company, and this is the lightning strike colorway. So it's all of this dark and moody greys with these flashes of neon pink and blues and greens. So I bought just 1 skein of yarn. I've been to a lot of knitting shows, yarn shows this year though, and you know I've bought a lot of yarn. So I didn't need anything, but this absolutely called to me, and this is going to be a shawl of some kind. Probably a 1 skein shawl project, maybe the Storm Shawl by Hoey Locatelli, which will be perfect because the sample in the pattern is kind of a dark grey, I think, and then so if we just intersperse with these colour pops, it'll be lovely. So I bought that, which is super cute. And then the other, I didn't buy this was a gift from Michelle from Woolly Wumpkins. So Michelle very kindly gifted me any skein of yarn off the stand that I wanted. as a thank you for being there on the weekend, which was not required. I had the best time, but was very appreciated. So this is Michelle's merino sock base, and this is Industrial Danger. And I've got a bit of a thing for grello. I love greys and yellows together. I don't have a lot that I've knit with it. I've got quite a few. I've got a few in my stash in this kind of colorway. But yeah, again, this will probably be a one skein project, or this might get paired with a grey and become a yoke on a jumper or something. I'm not sure. It's going to sit in my stash and ruminate for a while, and then at some point it will tell me what it wants to become. Yeah, so I'm really grateful to Michelle for this lovely skein. And that's it. I'm going to wrap this video up. Yeah, you know, I've said I've had the best time. I met loads of lovely people, saw lots of friends from other fibre shows. I've met lots of people that I speak to regularly on Instagram, and you kind of feel like you're their friends, that you know each other, you see what they're up to. And I know Instagram only gives you a small insight into someone's life. You know, it can never be true to life. But when you meet someone in real life, then you're like, oh, hi, how are you? Oh, that project looks amazing. I saw you make. So it was just a brilliant weekend all round. I'm wearing yesterday's t-shirt. I've woken up, I fed the dog. I need to go and walk him in a bit. So I was like, I'm just going to put this back on. And as I said before, this is a real life podcast. You get me, warts and all. There's nothing filtered here. The only thing that is filtered here is the coffee. Boom, I'm here all week. So there we go. I'm going to wrap this video up now. It's Monday morning, obviously. I'm hopefully going to get this up on Monday afternoon. So yeah, thank you very much for watching along. I'll pop some details below to Ammonite Yarns and Woolly Wumpkins. Go and give them a follow on Instagram if you are on there. If you're interested, I'm still working. If you're interested in any of the show patterns, so I did do some free shots of the Carnarvon cushions, the red and black and the yellowy white traditional Welsh patterns designed by Ruth and Jenny. If you're interested in that pattern, please go and check it out. It should be on their website later this week. And equally the Ebb and Flow Skirt, that again was designed by Ruth and Jenny to use one skein of hand-dyed from Michelle and then a ball or a skein of commercial yarn to kind of show how actually you can make your special skeins go further by pairing it with a commercial yarn, which I think is a really great idea. So if you're interested in the Ebb skirt, again, we'll be online. Go and check out their social medias and check out their website. But thank you to them for allowing me to be part of this mad weekend. Coming up on the channel, I have finished my cardigan. As you saw, we steeked. So in a week or so's time, there will probably be, in a week or so's time, it's probably the end of the month. So it might be my April wrap up, then the steeking cardigan. I'm not sure. I won't bombard you with 2 or 3 videos a week. Even though I know some of you are like, you need to post more often. But there will be a steeking video coming up, which was scary, but the most... It was brilliant when you cut into it. Yeah, so give this video a thumbs up if you're still here and you've enjoyed what you've seen. Click that subscribe button if you don't subscribe so you get more content from me and you get notified when I post. But I have no idea how long this video is going to be. At one point on Saturday morning, I had like 9 minutes of footage. So I know I've got lots of footage to try and edit all together. So we'll see how long this is. But as usual, let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope that you saw something that you enjoyed as from the knitting show, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the other side of it. So I'm going to leave this there. I'm going to go and walk the dog and then start work. So until we speak again, happy crafting.